channel. Anyway, that was a crazy one. I hope we're gonna see a couple more like those today. WCS game hard. You know what? I love seeing Massa win, but at the same time, I'm kind of secretly hoping Vanya is gonna move on here, so that we will have Vanya versus either Cass or Cuddlebear. That felt like stream disconnected. Oh. Okay, I think we're back. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're back. That was a weird one. Apparently, there was a little bit of a hiccup there. When I changed the servers, I think it happened. But anyway, we're back here. Let me get Vanya in as well. Let me actually double check if I'm in the right channel. Alpha Pro Series. I don't think I'm in that one, actually. Alpha Pro Series. There we go. Maximum number of channels open. Alright. Okay. Things are getting difficult. Join Alpha Pro Series. There we go. Okay, so that is number 3. Vanya, there he is. There he is. Alright. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Sorry about that one, guys. Luckily, it happened in the end there, right? We did all see the conclusion of that match, right? Didn't we? Did we? We did, right? I think so. 34, it's 35 now when the F and rip happens. So Massa managed to get the final victory there in the first round. Alright, both players are ready. Okay. Okay. Okay, game number 2. Here we go. In the bottom left side, we have a blue Terran player fighting for Alpha X, and fighting from Canada, he is Massa. 1 point ahead right now. In the top right, we have the red Zerg fighting on his home turf right now. The European Service B100 Esports Vanya. So yeah, Massa, I don't even understand how that happens. It felt like he died twice in that game. But Vanya just not being able to finish off his opponent here. He did a whole lot of damage. He got right on top of the production facilities. And how often do people say, when you get on top of the Terran production, that's it. That's the GG. There's not much a Terran can do afterwards. But Massa proving everyone wrong. He had a Liberator. He was just making more and more Marauders. And started trading out favorably against those Ultralisk. And, you know, with some extreme value there, manages to grab himself the victory in the end. A crazy player managing to get a victory here. Another pool first coming out of Vanya. Right. And yeah, apparently the confusion from the start did come from the summertime. Personally, I only realized this was happening just before the weekend. I never know that it's happening because usually it doesn't have that much influence on me, but alright, anyway. Anyway, I'm glad that our players were able to get here. Eesh. Anyway, we have the Lynx forcing the Reaper to stay home, but the Lynx staying at home as well, so not going to be able to really get any delay here on that command center. Spawning pool and a third base. Delaying that link speed a little bit, of course, to try and catch up after going the pool first. And yeah, things are looking pretty rosy. Regular rosy. Blah 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 blah. Words are difficult sometimes. Anyway, Hellion opening might be another Banshee opening here from Massa. I think Banshee's openings are just pretty darn solid at the moment against Zergs in the TVZ. As they don't only provide a good amount of harassment, they do provide a good amount of security as well, of course. But instead we are seeing the Fusion Core. Battlecruisers, of course, a incredibly potent force here on Zen. As there is this incredible amount of dead space. Allows you to just go back and forth between these 3 base locations. Coming on in here, we saw a block there from a quick Evo chamber being made there. Lynx and Hellions just barely missing one another. Roach Warren is gonna be created here. Usually what we used to see a whole lot of course against those battlecruisers is just a whole bunch of roaches being made and then rushing across the map. Massa was so used to creating Banshee Cloak here. Did start it up, but cancelled it. Of course, he is going to go for those battlecruisers. Wouldn't it make sense to get yourself a fusion core if you do go for those Banshees? Okay, other than that, that's a good amount of Hellions here. Third base for Massa on the way as well. As Vanya's just happily already mining, of course, off of that third base. Looks like he should be okay against any type of Hellion aggression that could potentially move out here. There's a good amount of roaches and queens. Didn't go for a full wall of here on this side. And manages to kill the Reaper. Oh, actually, no, the Hellion, sorry. Or the Viking. Viking not being in time to escape here. Lay attack coming in as well. And the Viking did make a little bit of space here, of course, for Massa, his battlecruiser, to come in undetected, but he might have to reveal it anyway, as there's a whole lot of roaches and a whole lot of links now coming on in. And there we go. Yeah, he's going to have his work cut out for him. He's going to have to really hit the points home. Do a whole lot of damage here. The supply depot just... Oof. You know what? That may have been just in the nick of time, buying enough time here for those roaches, and Lynx no longer feel secure enough to start pushing in. Stream dead? What? No, it's live, right? Should be up. I see it's up. It should be up. Let me type here. There we go. It is, we are live. I can see it myself. Anyway. Coming in here with the BC. You know what, just cleaning out some creeps so far. Nothing else too much. Lynx and Zerg, well, Zerglings and Roaches are gonna run face first into those Hellions. So the Lynx do have to wait for their stronger counterpart. Only a single Cyclone here, really, to help against these Roach numbers. That's a lot of Roaches. Now also, of course, those Ravagers being mixed into the composition. Battlecruiser might have to consider staying at home here. That's exactly what he does. Oh, there's a Siege Tank here as well. That is what you need. Is there another Siege Tank on this side? No, there is not. So, you know what, Vanya definitely might still be able to do quite a bit of damage here. Trying to get right on top of the Battle Mech army composition. The Battlecruiser not paying attention, unfortunately. The Biles managing to do a whole lot against that Siege Tank. Here we have it. Oh, more Biles being able to hit the mark here. Unfortunately, not hitting the Battlecruiser just yet. Might be able to now. The SCVs having to run away, and those Battlecruisers need to be microed continuously. Oh, the block with the supply depot. letting a lot of those workers die, and that's 20 workers going down into the toilet here. 2 siege tanks should be enough now to keep the rest safe. But that's a whole lot of damage being taken here by Massa once again. Although, you know what, that's... in game number 1, that didn't stop Massa from winning anyway, so who knows what that means. Usually it means that Massa's just now behind, and Vanya should be able to slowly take the game, as long as he doesn't make any major mistakes, but who knows, Massa might be able to wiggle his way into a favorable position once again here, somehow, just by doing multi-pronged harassment, and continuously coming in from all different angles. Corruptors flying in from underneath. Are they gonna go right on top of the armory? Yes, they are. That's not too bad, actually, if he does get these kills here. The battlecruiser's trying to come in. There's no repair on those armories right now. There it is. A little bit late, and it looks like, you know what, maybe 2 of those armories are gonna fall here. The battlecruisers need repair immediately. Are gonna not get it, though, in time. And, yeah. Well, actually, this one repairs really good. Oh, this is close. This is cutting it close. Without the battle cruisers, there's not a whole lot of stuff to help out against those superior roach numbers. Once again, Massa being able to find damage with a couple of Hellions running by here. This time around, you know what, the army supply... very much in favor for Vanya, and yeah, I'm not quite sure if you should try to continuously still make those battlecruisers, as I'm not quite sure what they will be able to achieve against these corruptor numbers. The second armory now falls as well, so that means there's no possibility here for Thors, who might be the one unit that you would want here against those corruptors still, and the roaches as well, to try and help out quite a bit. Gain maximum value that way. More roaches just spilling on right on top of the production line here. It looks like this time around Vanya will be able to squeeze out enough here, right? He might just still die here. I don't... It's hard to call this one whenever Massa is playing, alright? It really is. Okay, loses these siege tanks. And those siege tanks kind of were the tickets here to probable victory. Well, improbable victory, I should say. The battlecruiser's there as well still, but he's going to lose absolutely all his SCVs this time around. So, looks like Massa will have to tap out here, and 1-1 will be the score. Vanya being able to tie it up this time around. A very well played round there by him. Finding the damage early on once more, but also being able to clean it up this time around. Alright, Americas will be back to this server. And, yeah. Next map, Ever Dream. One of the newer maps. One of those a little bit standard maps, right? Not too special, but it's still a pretty nice map. It's nice looking. It has its own flavor a little bit, right? Nice little high grounds in the middle. And a big choke in the middle as well, which is, you know what, pretty cool to see. Alright, let's get Vanya in here. Let's get Massa in here as well. Okay. Massa and Vanyas. This is the third game we're having. Go, 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 go by both these players. Alright. Once again, good luck, good luck. Have fun, have fun. To these two. Of course, Massa again gonna have a little bit of an advantage here, being on his home turf now. But yeah, in the end, is it gonna be enough? Because the one game that he won, it felt really incredibly close. Not really like he was supposed to still win it. Vanya's game, though, on the other hand, I just kind of felt like a wrecking fest. Anyway, game number 3. Here we go. In the top right side, Esports B100, Red Zerg. The Russian is Vanya. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have a blue Terran player. He is from Canada and Korea as well, of course. He is fighting for Alpha X. He is 300 ping again. Okay, we'll do a re. Nothing happens there anyway, just yet. That's unfortunate. 300 ping is a whole lot of ping. Let's take a look here. Actually, for some reason, Central America is giving me less ping than the Eastern American servers are at the moment. So I could ask Vanya as well to check that. Man, my neighbors are either, yeah, they are making something incredibly delicious smelling. Oh my dear lord. This is making me hungry. This is making me rather peckish. Alright, anyway, let me ask Vanya if he would like to try that. Who knows? It seems weird, but I mean, I'm... Okay. And continuing on east here, Everdream will be our map, of course. It was worth a try. Worth a try. For some reason, look. I'll show you guys, right? Show you that I'm not crazy. Central, 80. Eastern 100, so that is... I don't know how that happens, but... right, anyway. We're just gonna have to make do with it. Good luck, good luck. Have fun, have fun. If it happens again, though, we might have to just kind of go with it, unfortunately, here. Never the best, of course, or the best taste in your mouth that it leaves, but... oh well. Oh well. It's hard to go around. Anyway, in the top right, once more. Here we go. B100 Esports Red Zerg from Russia. It is Vanya. Bottom left. Canadian, Korean. Who knows anymore at this point? Here's the Blue Terran. He is from Alpha X. Massa. Okay. And, yeah. Off they go. Off to the races. Horses are out. Trying everything they can. Vanya going for a quick hatch. First time we have seen him go for not a pool first. It does seem like a cool thing to do, honestly. The pool first always, you know what, feels very secure, but in a way, you're secure against the proxy Rex, you're secure against the early scouting Reaper, 100%. You already are secure most of the times anyway with the hatch first, but you're gonna force the Reaper to stay on the other side, so you're gonna be able to play with without giving your opponents intel that he is kind of expecting to get. Although, of course, he can see, have the indication, of course, because of the circlings, that it was a pool first. But other than that, there's no information really that your opponent is going to be getting there. And that is going to create openings, or potential openings. Master would have to do a little bit of guesswork as to what he expects is going to happen, instead of just being able to tell what is going to happen by just having a solid scout. The first SCV here coming through. Wants to see that that hatchery here. There it is. All right, now immediately going for the block on a potential third base. Reaper moving out as well, and going for his low ground command center. And this is unfortunate. Vanya going to the other one. Oh, but the Reaper's here. That is some lucky niceness happening there for Massa, but the Zerglings here are going to be able to force away this SCV, and that's going to create opening once again for Vanya's little drone to start up that third base. So not really a big delay here, honestly. Of course, any delay is good here for Massa, but in the end, Vanya feels very comfortable with this one. Once more, of course. The Hellions going to be following it up. There is a whole lot of drones being created here. And you know what? He knows that it's safe to do so. Overlord's completely seeing everything here. I guess except for this, but that's the most common. Like, honestly, if you make any assumptions, make the assumption that a Terran will go for the Hellion opening here in a CVT matchup. As long as he has a command center on the low ground. You haven't shown him roaches. Pretty much assume a Hellion opening here. The Banshee follow-up, also another thing we used to be, I think, you know what, ever since Wings of Liberty used to be a thing. The Hellion Banshee opening here, just continuous harassment immediately, right from the get-go. And of course also a nice amount of forces to deny that creep spread. These links moving across might be able to get some damage done. Yeah, look at that one. Hellion immediately surrounded there. Up against the wall with his back and has to succumb to the biting force of those links. But you know what? All the links also do get destroyed here. Barbecued, I suppose. The Banshee, I do think, did get spotted. We are seeing Spore Crawlers now being created here as a response. But then again, I mean, that Banshee is already here. And with the Hellions and the Reaper, might be able to just jump on top of those queens and allow for a whole lot of damage to be dealt here. As that is pretty much the one defense that you have, being Vanya. And now, look at all these Hellion numbers still here. Oh my dear lord, this is... Oh my god, that's a lot of drones. Okay, alrighty. That might be a GG. There are roaches here on the other side of the map, but another Banshee comes out. Should be able to deal with those eventually. This Banshee might as well just run backwards as well. There's no need anymore to do any more damage. And GG is called. Yeah, that was that was devastating. Massa being able to take another victory here. And taking the lead once again. Once again, Massa. You know what? It's a little bit of a build order win, perhaps. Those links in the start, definitely a investment. And Vanya just not investing perhaps the Overlords either, right? To go for the Scouts and seeing that in fact it is going to be the Banshee play here. Alright, let me see. Game number 4 was on Nightshade. He's broken 300, lol. Oh boy, okay. Well, Vanya is not having a good time on the American servers here. To be fair, I'm not sure if ping was the problem in the end. Perhaps, you know, it does contribute. It does put you in a bad mindset already, right? And just overall, everything, how you play and all of that just feels absolutely abysmal too. Especially if you're just used to a crisp, nice, quick, neat play. And if you're not getting that, then that definitely does feel quite busted. Anyway, first, you know what, he is going to get a second chance here on the European surface, of course. Can he tie it up once more? That would mean that the tiebreaker is going to go on the American surface here. But might be better than nothing. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Nothing much changed for you guys, but it made a whole world of a difference for me. In the bottom right side, on his final leg right now, is the blue Zerg from B100 Esports. He's the Russian. He is Vanya. His opponent in the top left side. So far, you know what, having one of the craziest ZVTs I've seen in a while, and that says a lot, especially considering the MVP Cup was filled with amazing ZVT yesterday. It is the red Terran player from Alpha X, the Canadian-Korean, the Korean Massa. Overlords flying about. And once again, we're seeing that spawning pool first play coming out of Vanya here. Afterwards, does go for the hatchery, of course, as is standard. There's no reason to really go for an all-in off of that or the spawning pool first. But it definitely does help out quite a bit. Just steering the drink here for your opponents, making things a little bit more difficult to read. And like I said before, giving the Zerg a couple of opportunities to perhaps go unnoticed. Alright. Reaper expand coming out of Massa again. Well, this is starting to feel like one of those series where, especially with these similar openings continuously, it's always nice to see players do these similar openings and then, you know, just getting to analyze them, right? Re-watching some replays and seeing exactly what these players are seeing and what is making them do different actions, right? So what in game number 2 made Vanya decide to just go for a not a lot of aggression? What in game number 1 made him want to go for the enormous amount of roaches? Was that something he saw, or was it just an inkling that he had himself, feeling like he just kind of had to? It's hard to say. Anyway, oh, the Reaper getting fully surrounded here. That is not supposed to happen. I don't think Massa really was expecting those links to already be on that side right there. And definitely getting caught out here. Needs to pull a couple of those SCVs to help out and tank some damage here. Making it very difficult for the links to maneuver. And wow, that micro. Holy moly. That was something else. Just 3 SCVs and voila. A single, well, 2 Marines can kill off around 6 links there. Without taking pretty much any damage as well. That's ridiculous. Okay, so where is this tech lab being created? Right next to the starport. So very likely that we will be seeing the Banshee play opening once more. Massa kind of transitioned into the Banshee play after the Roach attack, of course, earlier on. It does seem to be like something Vanya loves to do against Terran players. Has really been putting on that aggression with the help of those roaches quite a lot so far already. And it looks like Massa has just kind of adjusted in that sense. And now, you know what that means? The ball is back in the corner of Vanya here. How is he going to adjust and how is he going to do things differently here? So far, once again, we're not seeing him going for any type of scouting here. It's going to be difficult for him to scout this anyway, except for if he has the Overlord speed, of course, which he doesn't. Maybe he can try to run in a link, but even then, I mean, if the supply depots get lifted, it's not going to be a whole lot of information being shown there for Vanya. And yeah, the Banshee, let's see how he is going to fly it out. Is he going to fly over that link? That might be the one little glimpse of hope here for Vanya. Oh, my dear. Is Massa waiting for a second Banshee? Oh, that is naughty. Alright, of course, 2 Banshees, they do one-shot workers. So definitely could do quite a bit here if it does go unnoticed, especially with the cloak. But the longer he waits, the more likely it is that Vanya just kind of either, well, I guess he just preps for it anyway. To be fair, I mean, Massa is quite known for going for a lot of Banshee play. It is one of those staple units that he just loves to use. Now gonna land that barracks on top of that tech lab here, it would seem. Oh my dear lord. is keeping the Overseer from seeing absolutely anything. And now the Banshees. Okay, the Banshees looks like they did get spotted by that Ling. But we already have Spore Crawlers anyway, right? There's no Spore Crawler in the third base, but that's not the place where those Banshees are going to be hitting. So it's not as important. Alright, in he comes again with that Overseer. Yeah, that's not much information. In come the Banshees, seeing these roaches moving across here. And, alright, yeah, now you are 100% certain, being Vanya. Is this base actually going to go down? I mean, there is an Overseer and 3 Queens on the way. It is quite a bit of damage already being put on top of it, so pushing this location might be more easily to do later on. And trying to find some secured damage here. Just barely not getting the shot of that on the second Banshee. Unfortunately, only one of them shot, so getting only a single drone kill there. And yeah, the Banshees definitely didn't really pay for themselves just yet. I guess what they are doing, though, of course, is keeping these roaches in check. These roaches are going to be very... they're going to be under a lot of stress if they do ever try to move out. And this is what I like about Massa, right? He knows how to gain value from his Banshees over time. He doesn't just try to go for drone kills and then just die. He knows that he can get the value in some other way. And he does so by just going for some creep denial here. Killing off quite a couple of tumors already. That's 3 creep tumors down. And then going for the repair here. Good stuff, good stuff. There's +1/+1 finishing up for both these players right about now. Vanya a little bit behind. Do we have an armory already on the way? Yes, okay, it is actually already finished up. So as soon as Massa has the money, probably will try to go for the +2/+2. His push from Vanya, though, was looking to grab some value here. Now, seeing that the base is actually on the other side, I'm not even sure if Massa has enough numbers, actually. This is a whole lot of roaches, more bio coming in from the other side, a lot of SCVs being pulled here. But yeah, the Banshees not being numerous enough, really, to help out against the roaches here. Wants to try and pick up those SCVs with the medevac. Isn't able to do so, unfortunately, and this third base absolutely demolished. Vanya, once again, with a big roach aggression here. A roach ball that is big enough for those, well, to survive the Banshees here. Also, that creep highway definitely helping out here to get those roaches quickly across the map. Massa just not having the forces that he needed to really counter that. Does have all the upgrades for the barracks. Needs to start making more marauders here, I suppose, but at the same time we are seeing the baneling nest being created. And she's getting rid of a little bit of creep here. Once again. Immediately though, Vanya sending over those queens. Trying to replace all those lost creep tumors here. Putting them a little bit further back, wants to be safe. Very understandable. And yeah, that is not something that's going to really break Massa here. But then again, I mean, those Lings, they might get a really good surround on the other side, right on top of those siege tanks. How many siege tanks do we have? It's only 3 right now against, well, I guess it's only 14 roaches. 14 roaches and 7 ravagers though, of course. That is still quite a bit. And then a gazillion zerglings here. Double drop coming out from Massa. I mean, if Massa wins this one in EU, that is just absolutely golden. Of course, he will be able to take the best of 5. But is he going to be able to? Lynx rotating in here. As Massa sends out quite a couple of his forces to try and deal with this. Okay, those Lynx, a lot of them getting caught out here, trying to engage the army. Probably not the wisest choice, but a good amount of them still managed to get on top of the worker line here. doing a good amount of damage. Those bios might be able to land on top of the flying units. No, they do not just yet. But yeah, those circlings definitely cleaning up quite a bit of the mining or the siege tanks here. And now, Massa once again in a difficult position here. Targeting down the Baneling. That's a nice job here, but that's all on. But at what cost? Once again, losing a good amount of those workers. 28 workers in total have gone down here for Massa. 58 versus 81 now available in total. Okay, more Banelings being created here. Massa is going to be able to secure a 4th base. And gets rid of a little bit more creep. Still on two sides, trying to poke from both angles. And these bioforces are getting here in the nick of time. It looks like, oh my dear lord, more circlings and roaches streaming in though. These Banshees, they have been worth their weight in gold, but one of them immediately falls here. And this might start to be the end of things as the bioforces over here do retreat. And these Banelings, where are they going to go? It looks like they are just going to recombine with the rest of the forces. I think Vanya knows that he doesn't really have to do too much more economic damage. He could very well just finish off Massa here. At least that is what he's going to go for. Banelings rolling forwards. And yeah, that's a whole lot of Zerg right here. And a whole lot of dead SCVs. GG is called. We're gonna go into game number 5. Okay, game number 5. Massa. It's cutting it close here. Vanya, I mean, when he wins, he looks absolutely dominating, but might be a ping thing. It might be him just thinking it's a ping thing. Or it might actually be a ping thing. I like to say ping thing. Are we still in Eastern? Yes, we are. Alright, here we go. I think it was Eternal. Eternal Empire is, in fact, the final map here. Once again, home field advantage, though, does go to Massa here. Vanya wants to test his ping. Alright. No problem there. That's something he's allowed to do. Oh, Bel Air is here now. Nice. There he is. Okay, welcome. Welcome, my friend. German viewers rejoice. Our German caster has arrived. Right, trying to get Vanya in here now. Motherful 86. Welcome back. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna have to wait a little bit here. Oh, he's testing Central and East. Okay. Anyway, let me grab myself a little bit of milk. Pass the juice. That would be crazy if they actually accidentally switched around the naval of Central US and Eastern US. I don't know how that would happen. But if it has happened, then that is that's ridiculous. It's a weird name. Okay, Vanya requesting that we do go central. So let me get this set up. There we go, getting everybody in again. Alright, alright. Alright, we are sticking on Central right now. It seems like a weird choice, but for some reason Central's having less lag issues than East right now. Maybe that's just more people on East. That could be, but you know what? It does seem a little bit weird. I only have 80 ms ping to East, or Central today, which is usually around where my Eastern ping is at, so... Oh well, anyway. Here we go, guys. Game number 5. All the way. We're going all the way today. Let me quickly get a sip and we'll get the introduction started. Ah, okay. Oh, righty. All righty. There we go. Putting it away. In the top right side of the map, the northeastern hemisphere. It's occupied by none other than the Russian Zerg player from B100 Esports. He is Vanya. And in the southwestern corner here, in the bottom left, also known, it's a Blue Terran. He's fighting from Canada. The Canadian-Korean player, Masa. Representing those sweet yellow dragons, of course. He's not only on his home turf by playing for Alpha X right now, on the Alpha X channel, in an Alpha X Cup, but also, of course, in his own server. Is he going to be able to bring home the bacon, secure his spot in the finals here? Or is Vanya going to be successful and take on Masa? Do you feel like Cyril could call it a career before end of the year if he keeps performing poorly and takes another embarrassing loss? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I don't think Cyril should ever stop playing StarCraft 2. I think he should just continuously, you know what, keep stomping nerds. That's what he should do. I'm not quite sure what... it's probably in the ESL then. Did something happen in the ESL? I was unable to really catch those games here, unfortunately. Seriously? Did he lose in the finals or something? Is that what happens? Or are you talking about the one versus... Was it Zest? Was he playing against Zest? Was that the one you're referring to? I remember that one. It was a bit of a letdown, of course, but you know what? Yeah, Cyril just... I mean, he said it himself. He knows what he did wrong. He's gonna adjust for the next time they meet. Nice little bit of zoning here by Vanya. And a engineering bay block here for Masa. Not gonna allow Vanya the easy expand location here. I'm gonna force either Vanya to expand forwards or delay his expansion by quite a bit here. And you know what? Looks like it will be delayed by quite a bit. He's still trying with this drone here. The drone. Oh, the Reaper comes back. Oh my god. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait even longer now. In come the Zerglings once again. Oh, nice block there on the extractor. Oh, it was so close. One final hit was needed. It's a win for a Finn. Yeah, the Finn is just going to win every single time, in my opinion. Most of the time, anyway. It's a safe bet. No matter who he's up against. We're seeing the lay attack coming out here around the same time as that third base starting up here for Vanya. Vanya, I'm not quite sure what he is going to be planning here. It's hard to say. He is grabbing those two gas geysers here on his natural as well. Only on a single one in his main base. So that's the amount of gas that he's on. Massa, on the other hand, he's adding in third base of his own. Nicely timed for him, of course. Only a little bit delayed because of the lack of money after making engineering bay for a moment. But you know what, that's incomparable to the amount of lost timing for Vanya in that third base, of course. So a whole lot of extra lost mining time there. And building time, of course, as well. Anyway, oof. Hein's not going to be able to do too much just now. I like the creep spread, though, from Vanya so far. It's doing alright. As I say, the Hellions do look like they might be able to get something done. Liberator is going to be flying over here as well. Viking trying to kill off a... did he get a kill on the Overlord? I think, okay, he got 2 kills on the Overlord. Alright, but 2 Hellions did fall there to the Zerglings as well. 1 Creep Tumor does fall to the Hellions and Reapers. The second one, there we go. You know what, that is some solid stuff. I don't know how all of those units survived, but they did. So, there you go. That is Massa in a nutshell for you. Here's the Spire tech coming out of Vanya. Do we see any type of a response so far yet from Massa? Well, not yet, but this... Did he click on that? I'm not sure if he did. I'm not 100% convinced that he clicked on it. He did turn around very quickly here. Does he have an engineering bay? He does have 2. So, where are the missile turrets? That is the next question. There they are. Okay, so he is completely aware as what is coming his way. Unless if he doesn't build one in his main or third base. They also require missile turrets here. Massa, there you go. Okay. Just putting the overall value on some other stuff here before he grabs those turrets. And I think it's going to be okay. The timing-wise, it's not going to be absolutely horrible. Those missile turrets look like they will finish up in time here. As the mutas only now start to arrive. Look at that. That is perfectly timed. Those siege tanks, though, still in a little bit of trouble. Marines coming in and the repair not in time here. And those Marines, they are not plentiful enough to really help out against those Mutalisks. Another siege tank will fall here. And, wow, yeah. I mean, Massa just wasn't prepared here. He had his Marines too split up. And didn't have a high enough Marine count overall. And losing a Viking here as well. Massa micro on queue with Koreans. Well, I mean... He is a Korean. He just lives in Canada. He's just, you know what, Canadian Korean. That's what he is. Okay, so just a small blob of Marines here. Perhaps a little bit making it look like the most amount of the Marines were coming from the bottom, but most of them were moving towards that top side. Now more of them trying to get across here. Oh, nice interception of those other Mutalisks. Trying to combine with the rest of the flock. But, I mean, it's still a scary amount of Mudmuds. But that definitely helps. A Liberator now finally being set up here. That's a whole lot of worker kills. Oh my dear lord. That equalizes things. And now, Baneling Speed not ready just yet. If that was ready, this push would not have a single chance in hell. But you know what, with the rest of the units now coming in too, perhaps this might be enough here for Massa to make something happen after killing off all those Mutalisk. Not that much on the ground here for Vanya, of course. Another stim coming out that hatchery, getting awfully low. Alright, moving back here. Those Marines on the bottom need to be careful. Split up as much as possible, the siege tanks. Oh, the splits. Oh, well, they were pretty reasonable, but there's still too many Mutalisk left here to have anything good happen. And, oh, Vanya even finds damage here with a run-by. And, yeah. And this is not good here for Mr. Massa. Although, you know what, he is cleaning it up once more. And I suppose his worker count is still equal. He doesn't have a 4th base, though, and he's up against 5 base. That's the scary part here. And he doesn't have a missile turret here anymore either. So those Marines need to stay on queue and need to stay on targets here. Avoid any potential damage from those mud-muds. Moving on down here. There we go. Nice little bit of gaming insight. Guessing here. Star sense is how they call it, right? That's what they call it. After you played so much StarCraft 2 that you just kind of know what's happening, even though you cannot see physically what is happening. And this is rough, actually. The stim, not the stim, but the combat shield being picked off here. Those Marines still being very squishy. That's a 10-minute combat shield. That's a very late combat shield, actually. He had +1/+1 ready before combat shield, and +2 weapons was about, you know what, maybe even around the same time gonna finish up as the combat shield. I don't see that every day. Anyway, it's gonna have to try and recreate this. You're gonna go sauna, sorry. That's a fin for you. Anyway. Banelings coming in here. This might be the end of things. It looks like the Widowmine's not getting the greatest connections here. And you know what? That is an absolutely deadly amount of Banelings here. Massa trying his best to stay in here, but there's not much he can do. The Medevacs have to retreat here. All the Widowmines already have shot their load here. GG is called, and Vanya takes the victory. You're gonna kick Massa out of the tournament. And you know what, even on his home turf, even on the Central American surface here for Vanya, he manages to find the victory. Very well played by him, and well done overall, Massa as well. That game number 1, if you didn't get to see it, oh my dear lord, that was a crazy game. Unfortunately though, wasn't enough. Couldn't make something like that happen again here. Those Mutalisk definitely getting a little bit too much value. Surprising Massa, even though he did see it coming and probably didn't expect the Mutalisk to be that high in number that quickly. And unfortunately, yeah, for Massa at least and the other X members, Massa does fall. Vanya though, you know what? A very nice, cool Zerg to see moving onwards here, and that means that we are gonna have a TVC finals as well. Cuddlebear versus Cass will be our next map or match, sorry, and we're gonna have to wait and see what is gonna happen between those two. Let me take a look-see. Where is Cass overall? Cuddlebear is here, and Cass, I cannot see Cass just yet. Oh, there he is. Oh, okay. Let's get these guys in here. Let's get Bel Air in here. Cuddlebear in here as well. Alright. I want to type. Right, let's see if they already did vetoes. They did not do vetoes. Okay. Let me see. Kaz is A. Kaz is A. Alright, here we go. 2 bans and 4 picks in total. Kaz is going to ban Zen. Alright, that's a good sign. Second ban will be from Cuddlebear. Please, Cuddlebear, please let us see the golden walls. Let us take a look at the golden walls here. Cuddlebear, will he allow us? I mean, it's a tough choice. Either Purity and Industry ban. Oh, golden wall, of course. Eternal is going to be banned. Alright, alright. Now he's bringing some joy to my night. Okay. First pick from Kaz going to be... let's take a look what he is planning here. What map? Has to think this one through, it seems. So, also guys, by the way, as they are doing that, let me tell you about one of our sponsors actually. We would not be here without our sponsors, so they definitely deserve all the love and attention that we could give them. One of our sponsors is F-Bomb. They are in a line of work to make low carb and high fat foods to help you live a healthier lifestyle and life overall. So they research, test, taste and source their own highest quality ingredients and put them into custom made packages as well. So they pretty much work on everything that they can to try and give you the best food experience that is available. And thanks to F-Bomb and their products, their unique packaging, it becomes easier, of course, even when you're not at home, if you're traveling about, to get those tasty, high-quality fat options if you need them. Right. So if you want to eat healthy, go check out... Right. Good stuff there. First map will be Everdream. Let me get that one up here. Everdream 1. Simulacrum is number 2. Right, looks like we're gonna have to be lucky here with the other two. The Golden Wall and the... might not be able to get to see both of them. Do I have a little bit of hair here? That's a weird one, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway. Or it's just a lighting issue. Or like a little dent I have in my head. Huh, maybe I do. Anyway, third map, Industry. Alright. Purity and Industry. Fourth map, Golden Wall. There we go. Alright, so that means the last one is Nightshade. Nightshade as... Right? What were the vetoes again? Eternal and Zen were the vetoes. Okay, so yeah. That is some nice stuff. Here we go. Okay, Everdream was the first one. There it is. Going for the host. Check Discord, please. Okay. I see. Okay, so apparently Vanya is not feeling well. He has a temperature of 38. If... Okay, yeah, Vanya is, so yeah, he's having a little bit of a fever, so he has to go to the hospital. Unfortunately, it looks like Cass and Cuddlebear, both of them have accepted, no matter which one of them wins, to do the finals tomorrow. And yeah, so we're gonna be looking to do the finals tomorrow. And exactly, yeah, we're not quite sure what is the problem. Of course, it could be it could be the COVIDs, but you know, it's rather safe than sorry. Let's hope it's nothing serious here, and let's hope that little guy is gonna be okay. But anyway, yeah, that's a bit unfortunate for us, but you know what? It's better that he goes to the hospital and actually sees if anything is wrong. Okay. Go, 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 go. But, yeah. Alright, so... I mean, that means that's no longer a 3-day tournament. It's going to be a 4-day tournament here. We could have started later then if we had known this, but... We're going to have to do it tomorrow. Most likely at a time period where... We will have to see. Probably like around 7 p.m. CEST. Which would be, I think, still 10 10 a.m. For the American. I hope that's not wrong. Oh, bad for them. We're going to have to figure it out. We're going to have to discuss this with whoever wins this best of 5, of course. Between these two. And then we're going to have to figure out a time zone, and we'll get it sorted out on the Twitter universe, guys. We'll let you all get in, be informed. You know what? We'll do it on the end of the stream as well. Kind of talk about it here. And you know what? Even if, you know, if Vanya does get diagnosed with the corona, then I'm not even sure if we can do it tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, in the bottom left side we have a red Terran player. He is he's not scouting in an SCV right now. That could be problematic. Anyway, he is from Ukraine. He is Cass from team, what team was it again?
Game paused.
Damn. More stuff going wrong here. Man. Can you? Alright, that's rough. That is rough. Yeah, we did have it set to... Okay, well, it's not anymore. That... You have to remake party. Alright, well, thanks for the follow. This is not the right time to follow me. I'm embarrassed. You have to remake party. Yup. Ever Dream. Going to be the map here. Man, that's feels bad. Alright, Dodal feels bad here. I am a bad admin. That's what we're figuring out here. Alright, here we go. We're restarting this one. At least we have extra time right now, so... Yikes. Yikes. Alright. Too much stuff happening here today for me, I think. Trying to be too gosh darn quick with things is no good for anyone. What happens? So the story is we had Vanya versus Massa just now. And Vanya was having a whole lot of lag spikes on the Eastern servers. And normally we play Eastern because Eastern is the most fair for EU versus America. Especially Cuddle Bear, you know what? He is from the western side of America, I believe. So, you know what? The ping is the closest as we can get it on this server. Now, or on the Eastern one, right? But for some reason, earlier, just in the previous best of 5, Central was giving less ping than Eastern. And we decided to go for Central because of this. And Vanya agreed. He actually did some testing as well. And he said, yeah, this seems okay. I'm not sure if it was better or the same, about the same. It could be. But anyway. Yeah, apparently now it's not the case anymore. So it's weird. It's weird. I'm not quite sure exactly what happens, what the difference is. But hey, here we go. We do have a little bit of a deviation in strategies, though, from these two players. But that's the story here, guys. My apologies for having to redo this one. In the top right side of the map, the green American for Alpha X, it is Cuddle Bear. In the bottom left side, there is a blue Terran player from the Ukraine. He is Cass. Now, what team was Kaz part of again? Starcom, right? It is Starcom. Starcom Gaming. Team Starcom. Yeah, Team Starcom. Alright. Lovely stuff. Let me make sure I can see what the OBS is doing here as well. Alright, so, from these players, first we saw Cuddlebear. He did try to go for a proxy here. The redo. You know what? We're seeing two different builds from both these players, actually. The proxy Rex would have been more advantageous here for Cuddlebear than it would have been in the first game as Cass right now. Oh my dear lord. Okay, he did go for the... Is that a double Rex opening? It is, yeah. Now he has two Reapers here. One SCV being a lamb to the slaughter was supposed to help out in that Reaper 1v1, and now two Reapers, of course, kind of spoiling that milk. Throwing ash in the drink. This one Reaper here is going to be in quite a bit of trouble coming through. Wants to figure out what is happening here. Did he see that bunker? That would be a big tell. He did not see that bunker, so he might be expecting a little bit of aggression coming out here. He did see Marines on the high ground, so he knows it's not a full all-in on Reapers here. Starport is being created here. Nice little bit of AoE damage on those Reapers. And there we go. That's two Reapers down. Third one should go down as well. There it is. You cannot run away from a Hellion, no matter how hard you try, Mr. Reaper. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. Going to repair that Hellion as well here. Lovely stuff. And yeah, full Vanya did actually win. So for anyone who is rejoining right now, Muffle, I see you are rejoining. Apparently Vanya was having a bit of a temperature rise here, and you know what, he had to be sure, so he's going to the hospital now, and we hope he's going to be okay. And if he is okay, we're going to be doing the finals tomorrow. Both these players did agree to have these finals being played tomorrow. Vanya had a marvelous series here against Massa, and especially the first game was incredibly cool to watch. But yeah, Vanya, even when he's sick, he manages to beat players like Massa. It's quite literally sick. So, but yeah, let's hope he's gonna be okay, guys. That is the main thing here, of course. I mean, StarCraft 2 is cool and all, but it's cooler if these players aren't risking their health for just, you know what, playing some finals a little bit earlier than they were planning to. Or, well, we could do otherwise. Anyway, Marines and a siege tank moving in here towards the front door of Cass. Cass just in the nick of time, gonna have a siege tank available himself. We don't know if Vanya has Corona. He just wants to get checked out here. He wants to be sure. Oh, that's Cyclone actually. Okay, not getting picked off by those Marines just yet. The bunker does fall. The siege tank in siege mode right now. Probably means that... wait, Cuddlebear coming in with a Banshee as well. Did get thwarted by the Raven and the Marines here. Well played, Mr. Kozan. Paying attention, killing off the Cyclone in the back here, so that's no longer going to be an issue. Oh my dear lord, yeah. That siege tank has to move backwards here a little bit because of those Banshees. The Banshees want to try and get that siege tank. If they do, that is going to be a massive pick here, and he does. Right now, the siege tanks for Cuddleback could start inching their way forwards. If they get already have a position here on the top ramp. Now the Banshees, they do need to stay alive here. It's very crucial that he keeps the vision on that high ground here. Targets down the siege tank before it gets into siege mode. A lot of SCVs were pulled though. Oh my dear lord, can he hold here? He can, but wait, can he? Oh my god, he doesn't even hold after 20 extra SCVs being killed off here. Where's this caster from? Yeah, I am from America. My accent is Americanese. Yeah. Anyway, we're going on to the EU server. Alright, EU, here we go. So Cuddlebear manages to take the first victory here. Alright. Alright, I don't have to do any things here. Alright, Simulacrum is our next map here. Oh, that is co-op. That's not what we want to be doing here. Simulacrum. I don't sound American, really. Really, you don't think I sound American? I don't want to be bothered, but... well, I think you're right, probably. I think you're right. I don't sound American, but I'm not American. No, it's true. It's true. I lied. I lied to all of you. I like to lie about it, though. You know what the funny part is? Really, that people from my own country actually believed me that I was from America. And whatever, his English is good. Yeah, there we go. Wait, what's this? I can't read this one. It's a Discord in a way. He sounds more American than any American dude. There we go, that's right. Damn straight, son. Okay, here we go. I sound British. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I do try. You know what? It helps you out in America after. Okay. Looks like they are both ready. Good luck, good luck. Have fun, have fun. Game number 2, guys. We are on the European side of things. I know that Cuddlebear is one of those players that likes to play on EU as well. Tries to get his practice in here. And does quite a good couple of games now and again. So he is usually pretty comfortable with the EU ping. Which is interesting because most of the time... the Americans are more okay with going to the EU than the EU players are going to the US. I think it might be because the Americans more often do try to go on the European side of the ladder, the European service, because they feel like they might get a bit better, better practice, right? Anyway, in the top left side of the map, a American Terran player. He is Cuddlebear. Oh, fighting for Alpha X. I should mention that as well. Anyway, in the bottom right side, there's a blue Terran player from the Ukraine and Team Stockholm. He is Cass. You heard the greatest accent ever the other day. A dude raised in Iraq that spent 30 years in Scotland. My brain recognized he was speaking English but couldn't understand a word. I mean, the Scottish accents are pretty darn cool though, I have to admit. Double Rex opening here from Cuddlebear. Cass, on the other hand, is going to go for that double refinery here. And I think in the end that is going to give a little bit of an advantage here for Cass if he does try to push his luck here with those Reapers on the other side of the map, of course. Those Hellions always very strong against those Reapers. Or you're going to need some magic nades and some magic micro jumping up and down cliffs. The US is horrible. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's just keep it positive here, guys, as much as we can, of course. Alright, so we are seeing this happening over here. Cass on the other side. He's making more Reapers. He's making a Hellion as well. And he is having 2 guys on each gas. In comes the first Reaper, though, already on that command center here. Losing the SCV. The SCV of Cuddlebear, though, also in a little bit of trouble. Looks like that Reaper is going to be able to pick up his prize here. But another SCV already being pulled here from Mr. Cuddlebear. So, nice job so far. Looks like he is really going to try to catch this Reaper here. 2 more Reapers coming down from below as well. Oh, my dear lord. Might lose that third Reaper, though. Okay, in comes a fresh Reaper now, but 2 more units from the Cass player here coming in as well. This is very awkward. Okay, well, 2 Reapers now on the run from that Hellion and a Reaper. Ooh, the Hellion falls, though, without any damage really being done. I guess he did kill off 1 Reaper here, but 2 more Reapers still alive. Another Hellion does come into the mix. Those Marines do pretty darn good against them, though. Oh, doesn't lose another Reaper. The micro from Cuddlebear here has been pretty much on point. And now he's going to try to push his advantage here. Keep the snowball rolling. There is another Reaper here from Kaz. Waiting for reinforcements, I believe. All coming in from a flank, actually. Marines, you know what? That's weird. Trying to buy time, perhaps, here from the counter-aggression, but very, very interesting. Anyway, peculiar stuff happening so far. The tech lab for Kaz is being produced as the Reaper is going to be able to get into the main base here. The Marines running backwards, trying to safeguard what is happening here. And 2 Reapers for Cuddlebear, kind of AFK right now, trying... Okay, there they are. Third base for Kaz being created here in his main base. Oh boy, okay, well... You know what? Not too much damage being dealt there. Only 2 workers being picked off. And things kind of stabilize. With Cuddlebear a little bit in the driver's seat here with the slight lead in workers. Of course, with that third base, though, coming up very quickly here, isn't going to be for all too long. And, Fool, thank you for the follow, my man. Good to have you with us. at third base. That is rather early. I'm not quite sure what Cuddlebear can really do. Oh my god, losing a Cyclone here as well. That's a lovely pick of that from Kaz. Now, only now, a third base being added into the mix here. Opus lol, thank you as well. OP. S. Hole. One of those. Maybe, potentially. Is the right pronunciation, or gets closer than the other one. Ravens being created now by Kaz is looking to be a little bit defensive here, I suppose. Except for with this one Raven here. And that could be picked off though. That's a lot of Marines sitting here at the bottom. We need to see those SCVs being pulled though. They are not being pulled. 3 of them fall. 4 of them. Oh my god, almost 5 of them. That is a nice pick of their Kaz. Now, in a demanding lead, economically speaking here. I think it's the second series I've seen Cuddlebear play. I just came back to SC2. He's really impressing me so far. Yeah, man. He is he's a very tough opponent. He continuously manages to impress me as well. And I'm loving it. There's a couple of the Terrans that haven't been around since Wings of Liberty. Him and Vindicta both, actually. They do get mentioned a lot together as they are from the same team. And they are kind of coming up together here. Very often it's kind of difficult for us to decide which one of these two we should put in the tournaments. And sometimes we just do both because they're both really great players. We just want to see play more games. Alright. Cuddlebear is looking to rotate here around this side. It looks like the Ravens will be able to most likely intercept these medevacs though. Oh, come on. Use those interference matrices. Not happening just yet. And the Marines do fall to the ground away from those medevacs. Immediately stimming, and auto turrets not gonna be enough here. The siege tanks in a siege sub position. Coming for those SCVs. A big pull has to be made here. Those siege tanks for Cuddlebear. Let's take a look at what they can actually shoot at. Okay, siege tanks for Kaz are in a position now where they are able to kind of safeguard the SCVs now. So no longer can Cuddlebear really push forward, but he cannot overstep his boundaries here either. Wants to keep those SCVs from mining, but also cannot afford to lose everything here without taking a good trade. Sending more medevacs over. He might be going to drop those over here on the third base, but we're not completely sure. Those medevac, or the Vikings here actually. Looking around, Kaz gonna be pulled away from the attention here. Has to run away one more time. And this is what well, Cuddlebear kind of had to do here, dropping on top 2 siege tanks here that are still sieged up. That's some lovely stuff here. Cuddlebear managing to take those out. Oh my dear lord, that is some low medevac HP though. And both of them do fall now. Let's take a look at the overall lost units. 15 SCVs did get picked off that. Command center has to be evacuating here as well. Let's take a look at the income advantage now. I mean, slight edge there forecast for a moment, and now it's just a green. Incredible display of force here from Cuddlebear. Does manage to get out of dodge with a couple of those Marines as well. And 2 medevacs. Now, the army supply, still 48 versus 56. Let's take a look. The Ravens only available anymore for Kaz. So, it's very possible that Kaz is just going to push across the map now. And finish off his opponent. Wait a moment. How is Stimpack not done yet? Did he kill off the Stimpack? Did he kill off a tech lab here? He lost the tech lab. That must have been... Oh my god, did I miss that? What in the world? He doesn't have stim. Kaz doesn't have stim. He has no possibility of moving across the map now. There is nothing really Cuddlebear could be doing here. Or Kaz could be doing here to punish the aggression. And now stimmed Marines versus non-stim Marines. That is a very weird trait to see. But that's what we're seeing. 2 of those siege tanks that looks like they are not going to be interfered with all too much, but a very worthwhile trade here for Cuddlebear, who manages to clean up a large majority of those Marines. And it's a lovely little bit of trading. That 3 more siege tanks should be able to force Cuddlebear back into another position here. Okay, more units now coming through. 2050, we will be hunter-gatherers. The others will tell stories about the legend Maru as the children gather around the firelight. Yeah. Man. Maru is a god of StarCraft 2, to be fair. Kaz now in a difficult situation. He still has a reasonable amount of workers. And he does have a good amount of army units here as well. Cuddlebear aiming towards another potential fight here. Those siege tanks in a good position though for Kaz, making life difficult, but they're not protecting the southern side from siege tanks. Oh, that one siege tank here getting gunned down as well. Lovely stuff here once more from Cuddlebear. You're gonna force Kaz to lose even more. Well, first of all, gas mining here. And second of all, he's gonna have to start repairing this command center. He's gonna have to start repairing the command center. He knows this, right? Oh, this is a nice siege. Just barely. Oh my god. Cuddlebear gets the pick off though. Running Marines to the edges of his vision here. Trying to gain as much as he can. Well, this is a cheeky little auto turret though. Putting an end to the most forward siege tank from Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear not completely sure if there is a 4th base here or not, it looks like. And trying to make sure that if there is, then he does have forces to try and deal with it. Okay, just gonna stim in here, going towards the natural base. There's only a single siege tank available right now. Stim going right on top of it. Not too bad, needs to get out of dodge though, but that's a nice pick-off once again, killing off another siege tank here. Let's take a look, unit lost 5 tanks versus 6. Actually, I want to see the minerals as well. Okay, yeah, I mean the gas counts a little bit in favor here for gas. The income advantage, it's going back and forth as well. That 4th base though, definitely going to put things up in a good position for Mr. Cuddlebear. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Starks. Or Mrs. Starks, I don't know. Probably Mr. Statistically speaking. Not being sexist, but there you go. Anyway, this is a very big move out actually. Cuddlebear needs to scramble his forces into a position where he's ready to defend against this. The drop that was coming from behind immediately picked off here, and those Marines coming into a great position here. Cuddlebear has to maneuver his forces elsewhere, at least the base for a moment, grabbing a good portion of those Marines before the siege tanks manage to thwart the overall engagement here. There's no Vikings though above those siege tanks, so Cuddlebear could start to poke away at those medevacs, and he could do a big drop on these siege tanks if he really wants to. He scans it, he sees this opportunity. There he goes. All right, going forward immediately. The siege tanks going forward slightly a little bit here as well. And there we go, a lovely little bit of dropping happening. There's the Vikings for Casto, and a little bit too late. All the siege tanks do fall. Well, one more. Come on, there we go. Alright, yeah, and this push for Cass, you know what, did stop a little bit of mining there, but with that 4th base already hit for Cuddlebear, not too much was stopped here. Okay, Cuddlebear and Cass now kind of rotating around one another. They know that they're rotating around one another, but they're still just going for it. These are some big maneuvers here coming out of both these players, but you know what, Kaz, I don't know what he's doing. He's just committing to a fight here with solely his Marines. And Cuddlebear manages to take the victory here. Very well played. Very well played. And that means that Cuddlebear goes up 2-0 so far. And yeah, we're going to go back to his own territory. The American service. Hunter-gatherers with nukes. Yeah, I mean, if Ghost could harvest minerals, then I would say yes. Fade FPS, thank you for that follow as well. Very much appreciated, my man. Let me host this third map. It is going to be Purity and Industry. It is one of the maps that was chosen by Kaz. So he should be... You know what? He should have a plan for this one, I would assume. But I hope he doesn't feel too downtrodden by losing 2 games in a row here. And already, due to the unfortunate circumstances happening with Mr. Vanya, this could already be the final game of today here, guys. If Cuddlebear just takes a clean sweep, I mean, it could happen. We can't sell Mr. Cuddlebear short here. I mean, he's already won 2 quite convincingly. Third game, who knows? Who knows? Oh, I need to make myself a referee. Put myself in. Alright. Is Kozen Polish? Sure. I'll be Polish as well. Well, I wouldn't mind to be Polish, I think. Unfortunate. What's unfortunate? Now I'm confused. Kaz? Oh, Kaz is here. Belair isn't here. Where is Belair? There he is. Alright, invite into the game. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, Vanya asked if we could delay the finals. Since he has a little bit of a increase in temperature. So we're gonna be playing it on the safe side here. And he's gonna go to the hospital. It sucks. It really does. For him most of all, of course. But I mean, I'd rather have him be safe and be okay. Rather than us being in a problem here. Wait, I'm on Liquipedia? Oh, right, it shows, right? It does, yeah. I don't have my own Liquipedia page, so unfortunately. Okay. Of course, I never doubted. Yeah. Cool ass ravine. That's the Netherlands, pretty much. We're just a ravine. That's the ocean. Then there's our dams, and then there's the ravine. That is the Netherlands. Behind it, underneath underneath ocean levels. Alright. Here we go. Cass versus Cuddlebear. Are you ready, guys? A best of 5 that could conclude here. Here we go. Here we go. It's gonna be a little bit of a short evening if it happens, but oh well, it might. It's the green Terran player. He is fighting for the US of A. On his home turf right now, it is Cuddlebear, the Alpha X player. And fighting for the Starcom Gaming, Ukrainian Terran player, the blue-colored Cass. You have a lot of Finnish pride, don't you? Mr. Muffle. I'm not even sure how to pronounce your name. I hope that is anywhere near. I look like a rude gaming coach, alright? I don't think that would be a bad thing, right? I wouldn't be good at it, though, probably. I would just be able to kind of say, like, well, I think you should just try to have more units. I think you should try to have more units in this particular moment in time, because he was doing this, and I think you should know about this because, well, I mean, reasons that you are, you know what, are gonna have to figure out on your own. Good luck. Good luck, my man. So Cass is going for the scouts here. He's opening up with the double refinery. And a factory here as well. He's going to go for the scout. It's a little bit tricky here. Sees, in fact, that there's nothing there right now. And the Reaper for Cass is coming out. Ready, Eddie. 519. Thank you for the follow. And here we go. Okay, so decreasing the amount of units that are mining the gas right now. Cass trying to double check here. Well, maybe going for his own proxy, perhaps? Or just wanting to go in later on, rechecking to see if there is, in fact, something there. Oh my god, how did Cuddlebear get that first shot here? I don't even know, but it looks like Cass does manage to escape here. Marine coming out on the ramp. Needs to get back inside. 2 Reapers now available here for Mr. Cuddlebear. I'm not completely convinced yet that this is a good moment here for Cuddlebear. Did he go for 3 Rex Reaper here, actually? Oh my god, he did. And that Reaper... Oh, the Reaper's getting away. Get him! Oh my god. But the Hellion now stuck in this position. 1 more shot required. He's out of there. Okay, he's out of there. But then again, I mean, there's still 3 Reapers here. There's another Hellion available, though. I think that this should be okay for Cass, right? I think he definitely should... Oh my god, STV's killing a Hellion here. That's pretty cool to see as well. Alright. Nice little bit of micro here from these 2 players, but in the end, I mean, the Hellion numbers should just grow here. I think that should be the end, right? Ultimately, those Hellions, very good. But another one falls, but not before it kills off 2 more Reapers. 2 Hellions, another one about to pop out here, and that's a lot of SCVs being pulled off here as well. Okay, there we go. Huh. Is this still winnable for Cuddlebear? It might be. I mean, he is casually still taking down units one by one, right? And as long as he kind of starts healing up these Reapers, he should be okay. But now there's 2 Hellions again and a Marine. But there's 5 Reapers though. The Reapers, if they get good hits on the Hellions, it's going to come down to a micro here. The mines not managing to connect really all too well, but they do take down a lot of those units here. Liberator has been set up on the base of Cuddlebear, so Cuddlebear is going to be having to do a whole lot now, right here, right now, with the forces that he has. Needs to stop Cass from mining as well. That Hellion is so incredibly low. Another Reaper is joining in. 2 more Reapers on the production tab, but none more can be made as Cuddlebear is just completely out of money right now. Another Hellion. Oh my dear lord, a Reaper dies, and yeah. It looks like this is gonna be it for Cuddlebear, right? I don't see him winning this anymore. Can he? Could he? Possibly. Nah. 3 Hellions, 2 Marines versus 4 Reapers. That's it. GG, well played. Cass being able to manage his way back, wiggle his way back on the micro skill there, and manages to get himself a victory here. Hello from Canada. What's up, Shreddy Eddie? Hope you're enjoying the game so far, having a good time. We're going to be going into the next game pretty soon here on the European side of things. It was a Banshee, not a Liberator. It was a Liberator, wasn't it? I saw a Liberator, at least. I think it was a Liberator. Anyway, game number 4. We're going to Golden Wall. There we go. We finally are going to see both these maps. Golden Wall. You know what? This is the first TVT I get to see on this map, and I am quite excited for it. At least high level. Anyway, I'm very interested in seeing how this one is going to go for these players. Let's make him a referee. Try to find my players here as quickly as possible as I slowly start sitting up straight. Instead of in a slumped down, bent over state. Yeah, alright. So, game number 4 will be a thing here. Looks like these players didn't fall over just yet. Didn't end the series. Alright. Alright. Cuddlebear and Cass. A final battle, perhaps. Maybe. Can Cass tie up the series? Can Cuddlebear finish it off? Let's wait and see. Go from Cuddle. And go from Cass. Cass, all business. Just saying a single go. It's not the pro gaming spirit, of course. But, oh well. Oh well. Right, here we are. Cuddlebear and Cass. He made a Liberator and then started to make a Banshee. There we go. The one person still paying attention is Kronos. Kronos. Thank you, my man. Alright, Bright Town activated. Here it is. 2 wins on the board. We have a green Terran player on the east side of the world, but from the US of A, he is Cuddlebear. And on the western side of this map, a blue Terran player fighting for Ukraine and Team Starcom. He is Cass. Okay. Cuddlebear, Cass, and Golden Wall. Who's going to be victorious here? I don't know. I don't know if there's anything special anyone has been doing in TVT on this map. I mean, there are golden minerals, of course, as the name implies. They are situated at a wall place, so, you know what, anything has of the sorts of a Cyclone, Hellions, or even a Siege, anything really from this side, I feel like could do so much damage in a TVT, so I'm not quite sure how people are going to be pushing here. But yeah, just with these massive walls, it feels like Siege Shanks just should be able to get themselves in great positions and get a lot of work done. Right, factory already on the way, of course. Cass going for that double gas here. Single gas for Cuddlebear so far. Is aiming towards the quicker expand, and that's exactly what he's going to get. So, as long as he doesn't take too much damage here from the Reaper Hellion attack, Cuddlebear should be ahead overall, right? He should be in a good position here to take the game. Maybe a little bit too early to call it, but you know what? That is kind of the first initial build order victory here. It's a tiny one, honestly, and it can still backfire on him, but that's kind of how I am looking at this one right now. Coming across with that SCV together with the Reaper here. Wants to take the 1v1 versus the Reaper before a second Reaper does make it into the field here. I'm not quite sure if he's going to be able to get it, though. Of course, that other Reaper already very close to finishing up here. Wants the SCV to take the first shot. Or just get a single shot in on the Reaper here as well. Ooh, looks like, yeah, Cuddlebear is going to lose the... is going to lose both those units. Lovely little bit of micro there from Cass. And that could be trouble, actually, right? Cass now has 2 Reapers and a... Actually, that's everything. He's going to make a Cyclone first of all here. If you made a Hellion here as well, that could be trouble for Cuddlebear. Already, it's a little bit of trouble as he does evacuate the low ground. But a good position here of those units. Keeping those Reapers at bay. Okay, well, Ooh, Cass going for the geothermal rocket annihilator boosters for the Cyclone upgrade here. That's some good stuff. That is some good stuff. Those 2 Reapers do fall, and Cass, surprisingly enough, is ahead on the work account here. I guess, you know what, Cuddlebear did lose the one worker here, but it looks like Cass just a little bit ahead on the production as well. Although, you know what, with those the second command center now building, looks like Cuddlebear will be taking that crown. There he goes. Okay, so that now the world is in order again. Now everything makes sense. A lot of cyclones coming across the map right now. One Hellion getting rid of both lock-ons here, so the cyclones are gonna have to wait a little bit longer. But there is a medevac as well, so the medevac with those two cyclones might be able to do quite a bit here. Actually, there is a Raven though, and another cyclone here for Cuddlebear as well. I don't think he's expecting this medevac here whatsoever, but you know what? The cyclone looking onto the medevac, that's exactly what you want to have happen. Does not manage to kill it off though. The auto turret almost kills off one of those cyclones, so it is in a way a little bit of a nice position here for Cuddle as he does force the drop to go away again. You don't see a drop like this very often, but you know what? It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. And of course those cyclones, they can be picked up if they do get locked on by another cyclone. You can just pick them up and be okay. I guess that does get rid of your own lock-on as well. But yeah, two cyclones should beat one cyclone. So in that sense, Cuddlebear kind of lucky that he did have that auto turret there as well with the Raven. Manages to kind of circumvent an enormous amount of damage being taken here. One more worker going down, almost losing two more workers there actually. But yeah, that is 3 workers now in total having been killed off by Cuddlebear. And the game kind of equalized in a way. Except for once more, we're seeing Cass going with a very greedy third base. So he should be able to move forwards here. Did the medevac just died? Didn't it? It did. Wow. So Cuddlebear moved forwards with this group of units and managed to intercept the medevac that was moving in this trajectory. That's a nice pick off there. Definitely. Oh my dear lord. There's 2 SCVs stuck behind the minerals here. Oh, they're not even stuck. I'm confused. Anyway, okay. I turned into a race truck. A race car. Upgrades kind of equal here. So far. Cass though going of course for that. Wait, he's not going for mech play? He isn't. He just got the upgrade for the Cyclones and did not go for any other mech kind of strategy here. It's not really what I expect all too often, but you know what, it's interesting. Cyclone here for Cuddlebear manages to pick off a good amount of workers. 4 workers biting the bullet there. As Cuddlebear once again getting into a pretty reasonable position here with a good amount of marines, a good amount of siege tanks as well. In he goes. So those siege tanks being forced off the low ground here. Auto turrets are going to have to be incredibly good here. But Cuddlebear stimming forward, getting right on top of all of those siege tanks. And they all fall here. Cuddlebear killing off a whole lot of SCVs. He still has those siege tanks now as well. The Vikings are going to have to land here. They are going to have to try and get something done. Oh boy, oh my dear lord, what is Cuddlebear doing here? He mined out the minerals and it looks like he wants to open up another area to attack from. Has medevacs almost here. He's going to pick up those, there we go. The siege tanks. Oh, the great escape. There it is. Okay, Cuddlebear coming in from below now. And the forces of Cass completely out of position. He does have those 3 Vikings though. Might be able to pick off a medevac here. Oh my dear lord. He's coming. He knows. He spotted what is here. Cass now trying to maneuver himself back. Alright. Let's just stay a little bit in the... Wait, you still got this message even though you're watching this? Alright, anyway. Cuddlebear now moving up top, trying to out-rotate his opponent once again. Those Vikings and Ravens are stuck here now on the bottom. That could be a problem as Cuddlebear moving up north. There's no reaction just yet from Cass, and Cass, there he goes. He sees the scan and the drop immediately on this third base. That is very rough here. Coming on in, Cass is in a pickle. He's going to lose a whole lot of workers. He's going to lose that base as well. As Cuddlebear, you know what, again, having his own third base here. A big fight coming on through. Great disable so far, but it looks like, you know what, Cuddlebear still managing to get a really good trade here. Needs to target down siege tanks. Those are the more valuable units here to kill. And that's exactly what he does. Cuddlebear once more in a dominating position here. The unit loss tab overall quite heavily in favor now for Cuddlebear. As we can see, not only on the mineral counts, not only on SCV kills, but also on gas. Everything in his favor. Kaz does have +2/+2 on the way, but I'm not quite sure how much of help that is going to be. It's going to take a while before that finishes up, of course, and then he's going to have to push across the map. Is that +2/+2 worth waiting for right now when you're only on 2 base versus 3 base? That is the question, and I don't think that is the case. I think he's gonna have to press his luck somehow, some way. And picking off a good amount of these Marines there on the other side of the map is a good start, of course. But there's more that is gonna have to happen here. And Cuddlebear, you know what? It looks like he's just gonna keep pressing his luck here. Doesn't want to give up just now. And alright, in goes Cass. 3 medevacs filled up, 2 siege tanks here. Cass hasn't rebuilt this base just yet, so Cuddlebear just setting up outside of the base, the front door. And looks like, you know what, Cuddlebear does have a good amount of units here to try and kill all of those medevacs, but is he going to be able to see them? Going into the radar tower, of course, the sensor tower here now. And in they come. I think, you know what, Cuddlebear, he might lose a couple of SCVs here, but he still has that third base. And there we go, still ahead in the worker count overall with 8 units, even after losing 16 workers. Vikings are going to be able to pull some of those Marines, maybe? No, not even that happening. Sensor tower at the bottom did fall here. And Cuddlebear getting his own +2/+2 right now as well. Actually, just the attack upgrade. Never mind. Never mind. Awkward. There is the armor now as well. Okay, now what would be the right way for Cuddlebear to go about his business? He repositioned a lot of SCVs on that natural base. He is still fully mining off of all these bases, so should he just try to make a 4th base here? Is that what you should do? I don't even know. He could try, of course, to just go for a timing here, as his production is through the roof now with the 3 base economy. Cass knows that he has to start pressing as much as he can. And this looks like a pretty interesting angle that he's going to be taking here. Cuddlebear on the scan, though. The money scan, being able to keep tabs on his opponents here. Only 2 siege tanks right now available for Cass. One of them is going to get gunned down very quickly. But for the price of quite a lot of those Marines, the siege tanks for Cuddlebear are going to be able to wipe the entire floor, though, with those Marines there. And GG is called. Cass taps out. Cuddlebear taking game number 4. And that puts him in the finals here. Cuddlebear going in the finals versus our Russian Zerg. And we will have to kind of see and wait to see what we're going to be doing there with that one, of course. Of course, for anyone who did just join, Vanya had a little bit of an increase in temperature, so he's going to go to the hospital just to make sure that he's not infected with the ever so annoying and continuously disruptive coronavirus. Not only cutting into our real life and cutting into our business, but also now cutting into our StarCraft 2 time. So that is very rough. Anyway, we discussed we are going to do the finals tomorrow, and I'm going to try to set up a time with Cuddlebear here, depending on what we're going to do. Alright, actually we do have some other games coming up, perhaps. Kawaiian versus Hyren, the finals. It is a best of 5. There was the OSC Cup, and we haven't casted those. So let me take a look, actually. Alright, nice. So we will be casting those. They are from a replay. They did play earlier today, but we could go ahead and watch those, of course. Let me make sure. Okay, I am on Europe. Let me see. Grab these over here. Make a nice little place for these to rest their heads. Okay, so yeah, let me also try to get Vanya. Oh, Vanya's back. Vanya's okay, everybody. Vanya's okay. Oh, my dear lord. Vanya is all right, guys. He is doing good. Oh, my dear lord. Guys, get everybody back. Okay, no. He's not back. He's in the bus. Okay, never mind then. Roller coaster of emotions. Alright, so we will do it tomorrow. We will do it tomorrow then. And we will cast those replays then. It's a best of 5, so let's do that one instead. Let me take a look. Vanya. Let's see. Where's Cuddle Bear? Would you do... Let me think this through. Tuesdays. Alright, we'll get that sorted. We'll have to do some calculating here. It looks like Cuddlebat does have some other stuff. So yeah, we're going to be continuing onwards here with the cast. We're going to have a OSC finals that happened today between 2 pretty darn cool players, and we're going to be doing the cast of that one. Unfortunately, we weren't capable of casting them. Usually I do them on my channel, or we do them on a other place, somewhere else. Did I put them somewhere in the middle here, or did they actually... Okay, I'm not sure if that is in a map now. Let's take a look. Klein versus Hyren. Oh no, there is already a folder called that. That is lovely. All right, there it is. Okay, okay, good job. Good job, people that made the map folder. All right, so Kawaiian versus Hyren. Let's take a look. Let's take a look-see. Folder up, and there it is. There it is. All right, so it's a TVZ. Let's take a look. So yeah, tomorrow we will be having the Cuddle versus Vanya match. I think it's going to be early evening for the Europeans. Otherwise, we might have to put it on Tuesday if that is going to be a better time. I'm not completely sure. Anyway, we're going to be watching a best of 5 here between these two guys, Hyren and Kawaiian, right now. TVZ in the bottom right side. There is the orange Terran player. He's none other than Kawaiian. These players were part of the OSC Open Cup that happened today. I think it is for mostly European players that really is. In the top left side, the red Zerg is Hyren. But yeah, anyway, it's always nice to hear, of course, that Vanya is alright and is doing okay. We're gonna have to find a way to get everybody together again. Maybe it's gonna be tomorrow, maybe it's gonna be the day afterwards. It depends on the times that we are available. But we will definitely get it up on the, well, Liquipedia, of course. We'll tweet about it, and we'll try to get it known about everyone here. maybe if people... You know what, maybe I should just type in the times as well that I am available, and then we could get somebody trying to organize something, but maybe after this one. Anyway, hatchery first. No, actually, spawning pool first here for Hyren. This is really all the rage right now, isn't it? Even going for the extractor first, I believe, so not delaying that speed even. Really wants to commit to some sort of aggression, it looks like. Yeah, there it is. Roach Warren on the way. Keep on trucking, exactly. We're just gonna keep on casting games. Command center for Kawain coming not up. He's scouted and... Wait, did he see the... Okay, yeah, he saw the Roach Warren, so he knows absolutely about everything. Puts the command center on the high ground, so still going for it, but in a little bit of a safer way to do so, of course. Flying the barracks backwards here. Doesn't want to get his production interrupted. That's probably a good call by Kawain. One Zergling just barely missing that that Reaper here. Okay, factory coming out as well. Now the roaches in production. 3 roaches so far, not too many. And one Reaper does manage to get in here. Quite disruptive to the economy line here. But yeah, does manage to get out as well. Seeing that there's in fact 2 roaches on the way already. Hyren has to do damage with these roaches pretty much, right? But is he going to be able to? I mean, maybe. There's only one bunker with a single marine at the front door right now. Not a lot of gas available for Hyren at the moment. It really made Ravagers, though. Unfortunately, he does have that Overlord available, though, to try and keep tabs on his opponents. This Reaper coming back in here wants to see if there's drones now being made, or if there's still more roaches on the way. He did see a couple of drones there walking down the ramp, but I'm not quite sure if he is aware that this is all that it is be coming towards him. It's going to be coming towards him. One Marine takes forever to kill roaches, though. The passive healing that roaches have is probably quicker than the amount of damage a single Marine does to a roach. Nonetheless, Hyren just moving on backwards here. Didn't really get to do a whole lot of damage here, especially now with that siege tank available, of course. It's probably a smart maneuver to not overcommit here. Going for something else. Lay attack is going to be the next structure to be created. Alright. Off of the 2 base as well here for Hyren. So maybe this will be a Nidus worm, actually, right? This could be. But he did grab 2 gas on his natural as well, so... Yeah, could be Spire as well. Let's take a look at what he is going to be doing here. Waiting to see. Is he going to go up to that 200 gas? Looks like it will be a... He has money now. He has stuff he can spend. Oh, there it is. There is the Spire. Alright. Spire for higher end second base now. Finally on the low ground here for Kawain. And, oh, this is cool too. Hyren going for these spreading of creep with the overlords and then planting down some creep tumors there. Viking cleaning up a overlord. Maybe even going to be able to catch a sneaking overseer here. Who's now seeing absolutely everything in the base of our Terran player. Right, doesn't even need the help of that Viking. Marines more than enough. There we go. Okay, now this Spire, of course, could still do quite a bit, although Hyren only has about enough money for 5, maybe 6 Mutalisk as soon as that is done. Depends on if he wants to go for an upgrade at the same time. We might have enough for 7? Man, it takes a long time to make a Spire, doesn't it? Alright, 7 or 6 is up to him. But, of course, it has gone completely unscouted here still. Putting that Spire in the natural base looks like a good idea, as the scan did go off in the main base. Only seeing the the lay attack here, but that of course could mean all sorts of things. Oh my god, the Viking giving up a little bit too quickly. Probably assumed that that Overlord would die with just a single shot, but did manage to just barely cling on to his life here. That's a lot of Mutalisk. Well, I say a lot. It's 7. Let's go for the upgrade here as well immediately afterwards. 7 Mutalisk, and there are already missile turrets available here for Kawaiian. Moving out with his Marines though, that is a unfortunate timing. Potentially. Although the Mutalisk, a little bit hesitant now to move on forwards with this. There's a missile turret even on the production facilities here. Yeah, Hyren moving back here, realizing that he might not be able to do too much on the base of Kawaiian. That means... Hyren, okay, well, might be in a bit of a pickle here. Good scan. Cleaning out the creep. Mutalisk being utilized to kill off the reinforcing medevac and Marines. Even gonna pick up a tank there. That's a big amount of damage. Although, wait, no, it's gonna, okay. Should be able to go after that one afterwards. Is gonna go for supply depots instead. That is fine too. It's gonna mean that there's a 3rd siege tank, of course, now available here to help out against these Banelings. The Banelings not being targeted just yet, and the split, ooh, not the greatest there, unfortunately. And there is the Mutalisk now right on top of those barracks, making life incredibly difficult here. Wants to try and get rid of the combat shield upgrade here. That would be a nice pickoff indeed. And it looks like the reinforcing Marines are just more than enough to clean that up. But it might not be enough to clean up the Zerglings. The Banelings are a little bit slow with moving forwards here. So they are going to maybe get targeted down. No, they are not. Okay, now going for the SCV line. And that's a whole lot of damage being taken now by Kawaiian. And it might be too much for him to handle here. Good targeting on those Banelings right then and there. Is he going to be able to stay afloat? It looks like he will. And more Mutalisk are being created here by Hyren. Hyren is worker count 63 right now. That is nasty. Little bit of damage here being taken by Kiwi and 18 workers in total dead, but less than half of his opponent's worker counts. And Hyren taking this opportunity to just kind of expand everywhere. That might be a mistake, as Kawaiian still has a really healthy army. 46 in total. Something could still happen here as long as Kawaiian goes in on the offensive quickly enough. And doesn't get hit by a whole bunch of Banelings. How many Banelings? 8 in production right now, plus about 4. So it's, yeah, I mean, it's about 12 Banelings in total. That's not too many. But then again, with the Mutalisk support here, you are gonna have to do perfect control from Kawaiian. And you know, it was pretty darn good, but with more Marines being split up towards the natural base here, I mean, he would have wanted those to help out against those Mutalisk, unfortunately. For him. Alright, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, my man. Is this still a winnable position for Kawaiian? Is it? Is kind of what I felt like a last-ditch effort. Got absolutely annihilated. The production tab, it shows, I guess, more Marines and siege tanks in production. He has 7 medevacs. That is a good amount, especially considering that there's Mutalisk on the field. It's always hard to keep those alive when that is the case, of course. Needs to be careful. Needs to use that boost to try and get out of harm's way here. The Mutalisk making life difficult once again. With a nice little quick run by here. Running away towards the rest of the Marines. Also, alright, rotating around. These Marines, once again, the reinforcement just being picked off here. little bit sloppy perhaps from Kawaii and moving his marines like that. When there are the Mutalisks on the prowl, on the hunt. And here we go, one more time, perhaps a big engagement here. The control from those marines moving backwards. With the Banelings rolling on through. Are there just enough Mutalisks now to jump on this clump? I'm not completely convinced. With the Zerglings it should be enough though. I'm pretty darn sure you can just move on top of this. There we go. In he comes. Just don't get the Banelings shot by the siege tanks or blow them up on the siege tanks. And yeah, now with these incredible numbers of Mutalisks, he didn't kill him. Alright. I thought he would. I was pretty sure he would. Is this gonna snowball now into the favor of Kawaii? I don't... It shouldn't, right? It really shouldn't. It's not going to. No, okay. GG. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay, well, that is game number 1 here. Kawaii going down in a blaze of glory, trying his best to still make stuff happen here, but unfortunately for him, not going to be the case. Game number 2 is going to be on Everdream. Also, hold up here. I'm seeing, by the way, Sushi, I don't know if you're still here, but you told me it's the best of 5 that went to game 5. At least that's what the, well, hold up. I might be missing one of the replays here, but who knows. Anyway, okay. So my bad. Guys, Kawaii did start up with a 1-0 lead here. Because he came from the winner's bracket. That makes a lot of sense. I forgot about this. But that is why, actually, it's tied up right now instead of a 1-0 lead for Hyren. That's unfortunate for him, but that's why you want to try and stay in the winner's bracket here. And anyway, in the top right side, the Red Zerg fighting for Alpha X here, it seems. Look at that. Alpha B team, it is Hyren. In the bottom left side, another Alpha X. Look at that. It is Kawaii. I do not know enough about the roster on Alpha X. I feel like I've casted Kawaii before, but probably Hyren as well, actually. I'm just an idiot. That's my problem. Alright, anyway. Once again, the spawning pool first hit from Hyren. Also followed up with a quick amount of gas. But still, Kawaii committing to the low ground command center here. Also, guys, we do have a different Matcherino here. If you want to help out, then definitely go hit us up. There is the Matcherino page that was linked in chat here by Sushi not that long ago. We would very much appreciate it. It would help us out. It would show our sponsors that we are worth the investments. And you know what? It would just mean that we are going to be able to do these types of things for a lot longer period of time than we would without the support that you guys give us by doing those Matcherino things. If you feel like donating to a prize pool there, of course, that is a possibility as well. Or grab yourself some replay packs. All of that good stuff. And keep the StarCraft 2 Alpha X stuff going. Okay, well, I mean, so far, looks like that command center on the low ground got away rather nicely. Kawaii having a nice opportunity there. One Reaper coming through the front door is not going to be able to get very far with a Queen already there to zone him out. Checking to see that third base, does see that that is available right here. And has to go back home again. Yeah, Reaper Scout doing its job, and that's pretty much all he gets to do here. Might be able to come back at some later point to try and deny more creep spread. And this is an interesting build by Kawaii, actually. He went for a double racks opening with the factory and the starports afterwards, I believe. Kawaiian. Really? Kawaiian. Okay, well, my bad. It's just, you know, Kawaii and then Ian. I thought that was the thing. Alright, well, after all, I am the butcher of names. My apologies. I have learned. Kawaiian is, you know what, it makes sense as well. It's like Hawaiian, but then Kawaiian. Makes a lot of sense. A lot of roaches on the way here. If I'm refocusing on the game. Changing subject real quick. Pretend like nothing happened. We're gonna continue onwards. A lot of Marines with Stimpack might be a pretty good job. Might do an alright job against Zerglings, but I'm not quite sure against those roach numbers. How many do we really have? It's 8 roaches. Versus a good amount of Marines, but it looks like a lot of them are gonna go across the map here. No, in fact, they are gonna stay around. Killing off an Overlord here. If Iron waits a little bit now. Then I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually. Oh, that's not enough Marines here to block the entrance. That is going to be quite a bit of damage being taken here. And oh, Kawaiian moving back here, trying to get his base secured, but now, oh, no. Moving back around again. Twice turning back and forth here. That's the last thing you want to do. He's completely supply blocked. Alright, well, I guess he needs to do damage now for sure. Can he actually do it, though? He needs to get on top of some mineral lines. He is very, very heavily stimmed here. Stimming and stimming and stimming again. Jumping on top of a couple of roaches. The front door looks like it's going to get busted down rather quickly here. And Tyren, I mean, he's doing a whole lot of damage. Kawaiian not doing much just yet. It looks like those reinforcing roaches, as long as they don't just run away, should be able to slowly pick off these Marines here, as the medevacs are getting lower and lower on that energy. The attack for Kawaiian did in fact get killed off though, so... But, I mean, he did lose half his worker counts. 19 of them are dead now. And they're not coming back. Well, unless if you remake them, but it's different Joes. All different set of units, of course. They look the same. They're not, though. They're just cloned SCVs from a different place. Alright, Lynx and roaches still available here, of course. Let's take a look. Are they going to run back here now? Yes, they are, in fact. Okay, so that's probably the best thing that could have happened here for Kawaiian. Getting all those roaches to turn around one more time here. And now he's just going to be able to pick up. Honestly, Hyran he should just be able to make a whole lot of Zerglings and roaches and just finish off his opponents here. I feel like. That's what I feel like, but I'm not quite sure if I'm right. Setting up in the main base. Another drop coming through. That takes some guts here. Going for more drops as you do not have as much at home to really defend. You're going to be hard pressed to stay on top of those drops. Do not lose those. That is the main thing here. Keep the Zerg busy. Keep him preoccupied. Keep chipping away at him. And maybe, if you do it long enough, if you do it well enough, you might be able to put yourself back in a place where you might be able to win the game here. As there's no Mutalisk really to fight against these medevacs here. The third base now being constructed by Kawaiian as well. It would be absolutely insane if he wins this. If he wins this, I don't know what to call anymore. I don't know what to say anymore. He shouldn't win, that's for sure, but imagine if he does though. Right. He is still keeping Hiren busy at home. Look at that. More links once again. Moving backwards here. Ooh, that medevac. Getting rather low. Coming in another time. Marines getting lower and lower HP. There is a good amount of units now available for Kawayan. So these Zerglings should not be able to do anything here. Needs to have his roaches with him. But isn't really comfortable enough to send those roaches across the map with the rest of his Zerglings here. Alright. Nice catches happening here for Kawayan. Hiren is going to grab those +1/+1. And fourth base as well. You know what? This is a remarkably weird game right now. This would be one of the bigger comebacks I have seen ever. Kawayan actually manages to get this. I mean, he's making all the right moves, right? In a way. There's finally the Spire on the way, so that should be able to kind of circumvent a whole lot of damage being taken here. And put the dampeners on the aggression that Kawayan manages to just continuously be pumping out here. Once again, coming in, wants to target down those banelings. Ooh, okay, and gets on out of there. Roaches falling here as well. Worker count, 36 now versus 61. 3 base versus 3 base economy though, of course. So it shouldn't be too far apart. It's only 1,000. Okay, that's that's some dead Marines there. Did manage to save half of them pretty much though. So can continue onwards. Ooh, again getting hit there by banelings. So once more having to retreat here, and I think to probably move those medevacts back to try and get them restocked up on those Marines. But next time he tries to come in here, Mutalisk should be available and ready to start dealing damage here. Is this some interesting SCV micro taking place? Not completely sure what happens here. It might have been a Ling run by or something. But it's the only thing I can think of. Oh, once again the wall is incomplete actually. So the Ling's just kind of run in here. As if he's having to be used once more. Army supply for Kawayan, it is pretty darn solid. Can he make it happen? Most of the supply here for Hiren is in those roaches, and now with those Mutalisk as well. How many is that? It's only 2 actually, so you know what? Oh, that's a lot of banelings though. That is a scary amount of banelings. We need to see 3 splits happening here as quickly as possible. And a nice little bait into the siege tank fire, immediately running backwards. Hiren is gonna lose this base here, it seems. No transfusions on the hatchery, but yeah, sacrifices his own fourth base. I guess he didn't know how many siege tanks and all other types of units were gonna be behind the push there, but I don't think he had to run away from that one. He's going to go for the counter-aggression here, though. Those medevacs already being aware here. Siege tanks being set up on the 3rd base. The Zerglings, you know what, being shot by the siege tank there. Trying to nibble on those supply depots. Probably not priority targets here to take down, but I mean, yeah. Once again, Hiren retreating here. Playing it very passively. And that might become a problem ultimately. He is doing run-bys and all sorts of things like that. But, I mean, I'm not sure if that being controlled as well or something. I don't know. Something is just a little bit off about these run-bys. They are not getting any value. That's what it comes down to. And he goes again. That's a whole lot of links once more. Alright, let's take a good look here. What happens with these links? Are they spotted by the Marines? They are not. Okay, so they are still completely hidden here. Those Marines might be able to take out the 5th base that is in construction here. There's 3 medevacts there as well. So might be able to get a retreat as well if he does so desire. Okay, nice cancel there by Hyren. So Hawaiian now moving on forwards. There is the queens, 2 queens available. One Baneling. Ooh, that could have been big though. One Baneling, but quickly picks up and tries to get a hell out of dodge here. Yeah, those Mutalisks though. Like we said, next time you're gonna try to do this harassment, Mutalisks are gonna be part of the equation. And yeah, you gotta be hella sure that you are gonna do damage with those drops, or at least if the Mutalisks are not anywhere nearby. He's coming in again with another patch of Marines here and a Medevacs. Another run by here. Right, yeah, just not finding anything, unfortunately. Nice production queue, though, from Kawain. Putting everything there in the front door, of course. Did block off that secondary path to run by. Okay, maybe he is going to be able to kill off this third base, though. That's a lot of Lynx and Banelings and Roaches. Mutalisk as well. Could just be able to jump on top of this, but oh my god. A drop coming in from this side and makes the entirety of the Zerg army move backwards once again. Kawaiian, he got back to 51 workers here versus 50. So, I mean, the worker count's not that far apart anymore. He's grabbing himself a 4th base. It's not becoming unthinkable anymore that Kawaiian wins this one somehow, some way. As Hyran is just not taking opportunities. Right. In come the Marines. A good amount of siege tanks as well, ready to accompany them. Hyran is moving in with a lot of Lynx and Mutalisk here now, going for the counter-aggression. He still has a big force here as well, ready to clean up at least the siege tanks. Doesn't have enough though to also clean up those Marines. Needs a couple more Banelings here, but the Banelings are on the other side. Might be able to bust on through the front door here. Kawaiian. Okay, does move backwards with the Marine force here, coming on through. Trying to get in between all the bases here, making it difficult for the reinforcing Zerg to really get anything to happen. The forces of Hyren looks like they did manage to stop the mining completely from the natural, or the third base. The natural base should be okay actually with the incoming reinforcements. The Roaches though, still being able to do a whole lot of damage, and these Medevacs here. Full retreat right now. Alright. 17 more workers did fall by Kawaiian. I think we might be coming close to an end nonetheless. Once more. Will Hyren be able to finish it off this time around? The scan lands right on top of the forces here, but I mean, there's just not much you can do here as Kawaiian, right? What are you gonna do? That's still a siege tank here. That is interesting. Being picked off by the Mudmuds. Rotating back towards the fight now. Okay. Two clusters of Marines. Trying not to die to Banelings. Megalon, thank you for the follow. Oh my dear lord. SCVs in trouble. SCVs in trouble. Oh, yeah, 14 of them do fall here. But that's a lot of Marines. The army supply of Hawaiian looks pretty darn tough. And, well, I mean, that's not all the SCVs dying. There's more in the natural base going down right now. Kawaiian, how are you still in this game? That is what I'm wondering here. He has 57 army supply though, versus 43. There is 34 links about to be ready though. And this big ball of Marines might still be a very scary thing here. There's a lot of banelings coming through. And that should be all she wrote, right? There's no way in hell that I see this one slipping out of the grasp here from Hyren. Although he is losing drones. Only 10 of them though. Is not gonna lose too much more here, I would assume. Mining for Kawayan. Again, a little bit halted. Getting on top of that matter of fact. And there it is. GG. Wow, that was still a surprising timed GG there. I didn't know if it was going to happen again. Alright, anyway. That's going to put Hyren on 2-1 lead right now. Just one more victory needed for him. Oh, wait, hold up. I started watching with others. That's not what I was supposed to do. There we go. I'm a lonely boy right now, today. Okay, game number 3. Kawayan, Hyren. Let's see what happens. Can Hyren just beat out the winner bracket player here and bring himself to a pretty much free win here? As it feels like. Anyway. In the bottom left side. Apparently it was supposed to be Sim. But anyway, whatever. It is fine. It is the orange Terran player. He is Kawaii. In the top right side, it is the red Zerg. Also representing Alpha X, it is Hyren. Doing really well right now. I mean, he is on the AB, so it's the second clan for Alpha X. I think the other one got completely filled up with members, so it might get filled up with members if we keep adding everyone there. But anyway. Yeah, whatevs. What else? Normal stuff happening here once again from these players. Spawning pool coming down for Hyren first though. But it's not uncommon anymore anyway, so it feels pretty normal for me. Been seeing it a lot today anyway. Recently in actually most of the CVTs. No proxy Rexes. As we are seeing here, Hyren going now for that hatchery after both the spawning pool and the gas. So might once more be a little bit of roach aggression coming out early on here, which does very well against the standard opening of any Terran, which is of course the Reaper expand into Hellions. Now, is that what we're going to be seeing here, or is he just going to try to grab a quick speed upgrade here? SCV getting run down. Should be able to get picked off here by the Zergling chasing him. Let's see what the response is so far. Nothing too much. Just kind of sticking on that high ground. Not building a bunker, just kind of grabbing himself another marine here and starting up his factory with a reactor on the way behind it. Now the Reaper is going to be pressured to really get a good scout here. Needs to know if there's any type of a follow-up here. Coming on in, as we can see, just kind of almost sacrificing himself on the creep here with those links chasing him. Needs to know that there is no Roach Warren here, and that is exactly what he saw. And that's going to give him a little bit of a sigh of relief here. Going to be able to know that it's not too bad right now for him. He's going to be okay with the low ground expand. He's going to be okay with going into the regular Hellion opening here. He can kind of do his own thing. It's basically what it comes down to. Starport's behind this as well. We do see a tech lab pretty close to that starport. I'm not sure if we are going to see anything from the air though, other than the medevacs here. Let's just wait and see if we do get Stim immediately upgraded as soon as that tech lab is done. Or if the barracks is going to be lifted up here. Alright, yeah, that should be Stim coming up. Oh wait, actually, it might be Concussive Shell. Does he have an armory on the way as well? Is this going to be just a Hellbat push? It might be. Hellbat's Marauder push. You don't see this all too often. There's Concussive Shell. Yeah, it is. Alright. And there is no armory just yet. Going to hide that Marauder. That is essential right now. Does not want the Marauder to be spotted. Oh my god, this is going to get close. Will that older Marauder get spotted here? Will the Overlord die in time? And I don't think that Marauder got spotted. That Overlord did not do its job. Did not do its due diligence scouting. But then again, how are you supposed to know that that is coming his way? Throws down a Spire. Spire should be actually kind of okay. In a way, right here. Spires do well against Marauders and Hellbats, but really have enough here. There's no third base just yet, so it's gonna be an alright force, I suppose, but the Hellion Liberator and Marauder force is going to be hitting pretty darn soon. Where is the medevac with all the units in it? There it is. Okay, 3 Marauders and a Marine as well. Stimpack is not done yet, so that's going to be a big deal. There's the transformation of those Hellions into Hellbats. The Baneling's actually only just now starting out. And in he comes. Can he get the damage that he really wants to get here? Hellbat's getting closer and closer to the drones. Oh, the Baneling's getting pretty reasonable connections here, actually. More Banelings coming in. Oh, gonna get, well, a lot of those Hellbats, but still, of course, more remaining, and those Marauders as well. Yeah, Hellbat's still more than enough with just 2 of them to finish off any Ling that tries to get on top of those Marauders. The Marauders making it difficult for the Micro to take place here for any other unit, and GG is called. Kawayan takes a quick, cheeky little game number 4 here away from Hyren, and will not go down without a fight. Is gonna put this one into the final match here, match number 5 between these two, Kawayan and Hyren. Taking it all the way in today's OSC finals, apparently. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Who will be the victor? Who will be the unfortunate loser? They're both Alpha X members, so whoever wins, you know what? Alpha X wins, which is the main important part here. Anyway, so far getting a little bit roached attack now and again. It is the bottom right Terran in the orange colors. He is Kawayan. Either from Japan or Hawaii. Or maybe both. Who knows? Anyway, in the top left side, there is a red Zerg player. He is, you know what, he's been doing pretty darn well, even though he was coming from the loser bracket here, getting 2 wins in a row. Can he cut the series down, though? Can he do it one more time? Can he grab the prize? He is Hyren. Once more, going for that spawning pool first here. Let's take a look at when that timing goes down for that gas. Is he going to go for it quickly again, or is he kind of mixing things up this time around? Looks like he will, yeah. Gonna go for the hatchery instead, first of all. I think, yeah, there it is. Let me grab myself a quick drink as well. And while we wait for this game to get started, guys, do remember we have the Matcherino page. We would very much appreciate any type of help with the Matcherino page. I think there's still some keys, or there's some codes. Alright. In comes the SCV, sees the early pool and gas here. Reaper because of this, should stay at home, trying to protect that low ground command center here that's being built. But what we're seeing here from Highland, usually you do get yourself a couple more links. He's only going to go for 2 here, which is a little bit unusual. It's less, well, it's more macro orientated, of course. But then again, those 2 links are, well, they should be easy pickings for the Reaper here. He's trying to find him. He's spread out pretty nicely, but the Reaper just kind of swooshes through the middle here. And now the Queen is not available just yet. There are the 2 other Zerglings though, but it's only 2 of them. And the Reaper is slightly confused, having a bit of an aneurysm there. Getting at least 1 kill so far. Getting a full scout as well, I suppose. Does see this 3rd base with the SCV too. So he knows what he's up against. Should be completely aware. Neither of these players this time around, when everything is on the line, go for any type of aggression right off the bat. It looks like pretty standard cut and dry ZVT stuff so far. Still a Overlord waiting to get gunned down eventually, as this is the most standard place for an Overlord to be. Keeping tabs on anything leaving the Terran base here, except for if they actually do leave the base on that left side. Alright. Okay. There is a Roach Warren now on the way. Looks like 1 creep tumor does fall. Other than that, meh, not much. Not much happening. I guess roaches. Roaches, a lot of roaches. 5 roaches right now. Are we going to see more roaches? 7 roaches now. Okay, yeah. Once more, we're seeing a big, heavy roach attack coming through. Kawaiian. Kawaiian moving back now. I mean, he sees that there's no workers on that or the 3rd base. And now he's gonna find these roaches up here in the middle of the map. And, well, that's not the first roaches that are available. He does have 1 single bunker, but he was still making Hellions here. So he has a lot of Hellions that don't do too swell against those other units here, of course. Is gonna try to put down more bunkers. Puts down another base as well. What in the world are you thinking, Kawaiian? You're gonna need all your money here, buddy, to start making army units, I feel like. Because there's a whole lot of roaches and ravages and more links behind that on the way as well. The thing is, those Hellions, they don't do well against roaches. You're gonna need them later on. The Liberator here is, you know what, in trouble too. Those ravagers are just gonna be able to shoot them down. Oh, you know what? Actually, he doesn't have the bios now. Does he not have bios? It is not on cooldown, so he should have been able to grab it. Maybe it was because it is on the high ground. But I think as soon as it starts shooting, you are able to see it, right? I'm not completely sure, but more bios now landing on top of the bunker. The Liberator does manage to get rid of at least 1 of those units, and it looks like, you know what, there might not be enough here for Kawaiian. Underestimating the amount of roaches and just overall Zerg that is coming his way. Trying to reset up that Liberator on his main front door. And once again losing a whole lot of SCVs. And this is rough. Okay, dodges the bile there. That is nice. He is looking to be okay. Well, I say okay. It looks like he's gonna live. It looks like he's gonna be not a dead person. But he's in a pretty bad position right now. He has a Liberator and a Viking. And a couple of those Hellions as well. Trying to now zone out those Lings here so he can try to reacquire that natural base. Behind this, Hyran is just going for the 3rd base. He's droning up again, getting himself a lay attack as well. And this is well, not looking good for Kawaiian, of course. Has to start doing something on the other side of the map. Going for the drops once again. Getting spotted immediately, though, by that Overlord, making things even more difficult for him. The Zerglings here gonna be able to see absolutely anything moving out, or trying to make another base here. Alright, Liberator going into the main base. There's a Spore Crawler, and there's gonna be a Queen there as well, so should be okay. These Lings now coming in once again for the counter aggression. Let's take a look. Only, well, there's 2 siege tanks. They cover a good amount here. One Queen almost dies. The Liberator does get set up. Gets a couple of pigs here. And in come the Lings, though. Take a look. They are running back again. Another Marine did fall here. The Liberator, did the Liberator die as well? Looks like it did. Yes, okay. So, overall, not really Kawaiian finding any damage here. Unfortunately, in a position where finding damage is the one thing that he really needs to do to try and tie up this series again. Put himself into a position from which he can try to start building some sort of a comeback. But it's a long way from home right now. Getting an Overlord and a drone here, trying to build another base. That's a nice little pick, right? That's the chipping away at his opponents here. That needs to keep happening for quite a while longer, unfortunately for him. But, you know what? Maybe he's going to be able to do it. We saw Hyren the previous game around, right? Also doing a whole lot of damage. And Kawaiian almost having enough forces to break him ultimately at some other point on. Here we go. Once again, coming in with a good amount of these Marines. As long as the Spire is not available, these drops are just going to keep being rather annoying. Viking coming through as well. 4th base now for Hyren probably isn't going to get gunned down anymore. It is pretty high up there on the HP counts. Unless if all the siege tanks start moving out as well, but I don't think you want to be doing that. It just seems like there's too much Zerg right now to really get a full-on attack going. Multi-pronged harassment. I say multi-pronged harassment, but it's just singular harassment right now. We need to see the multi-pronged harassment that we did see in game number 3 here from Kawaiian. More Marines moving out here. These ones as well. And finally, something's happening with these units at the top. Making a couple of banelings there and gonna use those to just waddle their way into a mineral line here, it seems. Probably the natural, but with the siege tanks here, I don't think it should. Oh my god, the supply depot is not lifted though, but I'm not sure if it's gonna matter. Yeah, right. Oh, 2 supply depots will fall, but at the same time, drops on this side, not getting too much done, and a drop on this side as well. It's getting close, but does get picked off here. Now, and once again, Kawaiian, I mean, his worker count getting back up there. Not too far apart anymore. If he did get this base, that would have been amazing. Of course, putting it back on 3-3 bases here. And not being too far away from his army supply count either, right? Especially if he manages to get a good siege up position. There's difference in army supply in, well, Zerglings and Roaches versus a Terran with siege tanks and medevacs with Marines. Fully upgraded. You know, it's not going to be the greatest thing for the Zerg. Oh, okay. Sorry, quality casting there. Thought more SCVs would die there, but it turned out that it was mostly just a couple of Marines. And you know what? Hyren, he's trying. He is definitely trying to finish off his opponents here. As long as he keeps Kawaiian from mining here as well, I think it's already a really good thing for him. But the Baneling run-bys so far not finding all too much. And that is a massive shot on those siege tanks, actually gaining a lot of value there for Kawaiian. And yeah, Kawaiian needs to keep chipping. He needs to keep going. Once again, not losing those SCVs to a Baneling run-by. That is some stellar maneuvering, some good attention paying to the mini-map here. One base does fall for Hyren, but I mean, he still has so many other remaining. There's still 5 other bases in total, of course. Mutalisk now as well on the map. Not that many available, though. How many in total? It is only a single Mutalisk right now. That's going to need a long time to bust down 2 Medevacs. And we're seeing Kawaii realizing that there might be a little bit of an opportunity here to start pushing. And that's what he's doing. Moving forward with all of his units here. More Mutalisk on the way. +2/+2 about to finish up though for Hyren. Those Banelings and the Zerglings are about to become a whole lot more lethal. And the Roaches a lot more tanky as well. Zerglings coming in from this side as well as more Banelings with the run by is Kawaii once more on top of things. Oh my god, he barely almost was, well, almost. 12 workers do go down there, and now Zerglings running on through as well. The supply depot's not lifted up here. Still on the lower part of the ramp, and yeah, that's going to put all the pressure on Kawaii in here. Needs to make something happen. He still has a pretty solid army count, especially considering that a large portion of what Hyren has is on the other side of the map. It looks like he's just going to send everything across. Is that the wisest choice here? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Sacking this base is perfectly fine for him. He does not mind losing that one. The natural base for Kawaii now also absolutely destroyed, and he is he moving back home? Is he moving back home? Is he gonna try to keep this going this way? Oh my dear lord. Alright, he gets caught out in a position here in the middle of the map. Those Marines and Siege Tanks completely unprepared for this one, and that's going to be it. That is the final bit of damage that had to be dealt. 35 army supply now versus 106. There's no way for Kawaii anymore to win this one, unfortunately for him. He's not giving up though, but I mean, what does he have at home? Those Banelings, come on. Oh, Hyren, are you kidding me? You're running out. What? I mean, oh god. Just go in. He's playing it really safe here. Killing off those Medevacs, though. I mean, look at it. There it is. Okay, GG. That's gonna be it. Hyren, what a show from him. An absolutely lovely job there. Being able to kill off his opponents. Very... You know what? Overall, nicely. Getting 3 victories there in a row. Well, not in a row, but in total. Versus just a 1 drop there for, on his opponents. Which was a Hellbat Marauder attack. So maybe Kawaii and his ZVT was just a little bit lackluster. I don't know if they met earlier on in the tournaments, but that is pretty much it. Those roach aggressions just continuously do a whole lot of damage, and Kawaii didn't prepare for them appropriately, so it didn't help out, unfortunately. But anyway, there we go, guys. That is going to be the finals of the OSC, the one that did not get casted, unfortunately. The caster that we did have planned for that one was not available. Let me take a look at if we have any thing here for Cuddlebear versus Vanya. Alright, so I'm gonna bring this up on the stream, actually. Blinding lights. Alright, so here we go, guys. This is what our plan is right now. Let me show you guys. It's gonna be happening tomorrow at 7 PM CEST, 1 PM EDT. That is Cuddlebear versus Vanya. The finals, a best of 7 between these two, will be happening. It's still going to be happening. Unfortunately, of course, Vanya, he did have a little bit of a raise in temperature, so he had to be sure, and he had to go to the hospital. But he's fine. He's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with him, so he was, you know what, on his way back home now. And, well, we're just happy that he's a healthy boy again. So he's going to be playing tomorrow versus Cuddlebear, and that is going to be something to be looking forward to. And Well, that's going to be it here for me today. I'm going to be looking for who to host. Do we have anyone? Anyone we want to host? I'm not sure if we have something else happening at the moment. But that is it for me today. I'm going to go grab myself some food. And start getting ready for tomorrow. As I have to wake up early for my work. Alright, let me look myself actually already. Let's take a peek in the followings. Okay. Okay. Let's take a peek here. If any is playing Alpha X, that is us. Dragon is playing, Cats is playing. I don't see any Alpha X member. Maybe let me check the... Yeah, good that Vanya is okay. Exactly. I am very happy that Vanya is okay as well. I mean, that would just suck. Getting him in the finals, yeah, and then... I suppose it's already sucky, the Corona thing, but anyway. Kawain. Ah, right. Kawain is streaming. Nice. Okay. Good job. Good job. It's this slash, by the way. I always make that mistake myself. X, K, Y, N. There it is. Oh, it's the problem starting the raid. Interesting. Raid X, K, Y, N. There it is. Okay, it's working now. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. I definitely did. We'll be seeing you next time. Hopefully. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. CST. Vanya versus Cuddlebear. Alright. Bye-bye. I love you too. See you later. Cheers, guys.